The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Today, we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And how about this for a start? This is out of bounds. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Come on, set. 18 Gators. Two times. Hey.
On the counter, Gibson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On play action, Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Lawrence rolling to his left. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Colts will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you've got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. On 1st and 10, Simpson. And this nearly an interception right off the bat. An early crisis averted as that winds up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Simpson. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The slot man in motion right. Throwing on 1st down. Simpson going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is, finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Simpson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
On 3rd down, Simpson. That's complete to Tony. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
On 4th down, Simpson. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. Touchdown, Colts. T.J. Hockenson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On second down, here's Gibson again, and he'll get about 3 up past the 25. This defense for the Colts, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense, just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
This is taken at the 23.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
And the slot man goes in motion left. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. Operating from the gun,
Simpson. And he's got Pierce.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Alec Pierce.
54 yards.
And the Colts lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try.
Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it.
And the Colts pick it up, and they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On first down, Simpson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
To throw again. Simpson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. First and 10, Taylor now. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Simpson. Looking for a slot man, and he's got him. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 22 yards there, a first down.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Looking for Pearson. He's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Colts have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units in there. Kind of putting their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So that one a disaster, a big loss there with second down coming up.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet, make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From midfield now, Lawrence. Got a man, it's De'Ami Brown, complete.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's good for 28 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Throw left side, complete to Ingram.
And the Jaguars are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Lawrence.
That's complete, right around the 8. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
Now Lawrence.
Touchdown, Jaguars.
De'Ami Brown.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Jaguars are back within a score. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Patterson back out there to send this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
The last run got 6. Now second and 4. Off the play fake.
Simpson.
Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
From the gun on third down, Simpson. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. The Colts send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Steps away to his left. This will be caught by Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll put him at an even 50 receiving yards now in this first half. And it's a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Three yards remain for second down. That's complete to Rodgers. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
That's out to the flat for Gibson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 19. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Brown.
And the Jags are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal.
They'll run with Robinson.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
Here's Lawrence.
He's got it. They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
On third and goal, Lawrence.
Buying time. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Trevor Lawrence as the first half is winding down. And the Jags have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Finding Pierce on the crossing route.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. final shot before break.
Simpson, he's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not?
And incomplete on the deep ball. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Slot man moves right. To throw on third down, Simpson. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So first and 10 now from the 30. The slot man in motion right. On first and 10, Simpson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Kadarius Toney,
30 yards.
and the Colts have moved out in front.
And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense, with two guys going up for the football. Which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
Yeah, I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Oh, without a doubt. The will, as well as some really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They go play action with Lawrence. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
From the gun on third down, Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. And that'll bring him back within 4. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
A good start to the drive. That's caught out on the left side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there, as they'll get 20 and a first down. Back to throw. Simpson. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's another first down, as this time they get an even 20.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a first down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On first down, Lawrence. Man open left side is Brown. And
That's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Off play action.
Simpson. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain an 11-point spread.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Throwing right, and that's complete.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Lawrence will throw.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
De'Ami Brown.
His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Jaguars have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points that gets them back within a field goal.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
They run once more with Taylor. And this is going to be a Colts first down as good running gets them to about the 44. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
That one finds Pierce right side.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Slot man moves right.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
In motion goes the tight end.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And his kick here is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6.
So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
This offense so far on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
75 yards on the ground for him now, as he's done that on 15 carries.
But sometimes, Brent, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
It'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move couldn't free it.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Lawrence
into the hands of Ingram.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Back to throw. Lawrence.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Lawrence. Gets this to Gibson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
Lawrence.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 27-yard line.
Throwing now, Lawrence.
Trucks over him. Finds his tight end, Ingram. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. A final shot now for Lawrence.
Dancing to his left.
This one left side caught by Gibson. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. This one came right down to the wire, and CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
So for the Colts, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.